pick a card reading, and bouncing off of yesterday, for those of you who are with me, we're all looking at why the person does not want to talk to you. And if you have a situation where you have a relationship, whether it's with a family member or a friend or a lover, and they've chosen to discontinue, they've chosen to put you aside, and they don't seem to want to talk to you anymore. What's going on? How do you tell what to do? What is the smartest way to proceed? So today I'm using sage. I love the smell of sage. And looking at all that smoke that is rising, our ancient ancestors believed that when we have a prayer or an affirmation or a desire that we are wanting so much, that when we pray, our requests go up on the smoke of our offerings. So, welcome today. What are you willing to offer to change your vibration, to change your tone, to change the intensity of your personality so that you can attract someone who would be a wonderful new partner for you, if that's what the divine is calling for, or to give you a sign so that you know for sure that your person is still interested in you. Because really, why waste time? If it's truly over, it's a benefit to everyone to know that it's over. So, this is the deck we're going to be using today, because when you are in relationship with someone and it is so impressed upon your being, it is rather mystical, not able to be defined, not able to be understood. So I'm coming to this deck today to help us learn what is it that we can notice in our relationships that will help us know, are they still into us or aren't they? Okay, so let me shuffle here and welcome you. I am Catherine. This is Fish Out of Water Tarot. Those of you who are coming back, my heart is overwhelmed with joy to have a continued relationship with you guys. And if you're new here, welcome. To play my game, I call it the gratitude game. All you have to do for me to pull a card for your situation is to put something into the stream that is going well in your life. Even though you might miss your person, even though it seems completely unfair that you feel cut off, I agree, but there is something that's going well. And when you add that to the stream down at the bottom there, when you put in a comment, I love something about my life, and this is what it is, I am happy to pull a card for you. So to start, I'm going to state what I'm grateful for, and I'm grateful for difficult relationships. Now, don't leave, but what I've learned is that the difficult relationships cause me to go to my inner being because I need guidance. There are people in my life, family particularly, I don't get them, they don't get me, and I still need to develop peace of mind and gratitude about that. So I am grateful today for the difficult relationships because they help me know myself better. All right. So with that note, let's draw a card for the collective on this theme of what are the signs? How do we know if we're supposed to move on or if we're supposed to continue? So the first card today, I would love to pull a card for you. Just add a gratitude into the stream, and I'm happy to do it. And here is our first card. Now, are you guys familiar with the story of Rapunzel? Rapunzel is a fairy tale, and you can look it up on Wikipedia. And it's about a girl who's living in a tower. She has been captured and placed into a tower, and the tower has no doors, and you can't get in except to be able to climb to the top floor of the tower. An evil person kidnap this girl and put her in that tower. And whenever she came to visit the little girl, she would say, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." And then the witch would climb the hair and get into the tower. So this girl would sit at the window of her tower and she would just cry out for help because she did not like to be up there. Well, a prince came along, somebody that could be her true partner, someone who could rescue her. But guess what? The only way to get to her was to climb her hair. The prince hid behind a tree and he watched the witch come and he watched her say, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." The witch climbed the hair into the tower. So when the witch went away, the prince did the same thing. The girl allowed him to climb her hair and he rescued her. Now that's Catherine's fractured fairy tale to try to explain it. But I understand this character because in order to open her heart, she has to go through pain. How would you like to have a 160-pound prince climbing on your braid, right? And this is what happens in some of our fractured relationships because some of us have had a lot of pain in our past. And even when you look at her face, and she's not even upset, she's just used to it. And if you've had relationships where you're used to a lot of pain, what's going to happen is that when you try to open up for someone to come in, it's going to hurt. And how do you tell what to do about that pain? Is it pain that's normal painful relationship stuff, or is it something you need to turn away from? So hi Allie, welcome. I would love to draw a card for you around this issue that we're talking about today. How do you tell if your person's into you or not? To play the game, all you do is add something to the stream that you appreciate about your life. What's going well for you, Allie? Tell me something that you're grateful for, and I'm more than happy to draw a card. So for the collective, what we're looking at today is, can you accept that you're going to have some pain, some disruption? You're going to have some things that are going to hurt your feelings while you mature and get ready to be in a very healthy relationship. Pain is part of it. Do we have to suffer? No. Suffering is not necessary because once you accept the pain of your past relationships, you're going to feel much more hopeful about the future. Anyone would like a reading? I'm here for you. I'm grabbing my tea. My favorite drink today is green tea latte with oat milk. Whoever heard of such a thing? And I am enjoying it deeply. Let me take a sip. And while I'm waiting for someone who wants to play the gratitude game with me, I'm going to draw a card. Oh, there's Allie. I am grateful for my health and the way my family's still alive. Oh, absolutely. And I join you with that. Priyanka, I am so grateful that you feel self-love today. And I will absolutely draw you a card next. So Allie, when it comes to any relationships in your life right now, and you think about, it could be a friend, it could be a lover, or it could be someone you work with, or a family member. But if you feel cut off and you really want to understand, is there still a chance in this relationship? How do you tell? Let's draw a card and see what we have. Transformation. Okay, so Allie, what's going on in your life right now? This could be your energy or your person, but there's a lot of change. This person that you're thinking about, they have had to be vulnerable. They've had to open their heart in a way that has not been easy. It's not been comfortable for them. Notice how she's pressing her fingers right at her heart, and it's like she's capturing that butterfly and holding it to her heart. Your person is going through such a huge change right now. I have a lot of pressure in my throat. in my upper chest, and I just feel there's this, your person is under so much pressure because this change they're going through is not easy. So right now, Allie, it looks like your person needs time, that they are transforming so much. And even though you love the person and you care for them, you can't do this work for the person. Your person must do the work on their own. Okay? So, what I'm asking for you to consider is to look at what you can do. Now, this dress is all red, and red is the color of the heart chakra. Excuse me, I made a mistake. It's the root chakra, which is family of origin. So your person might be doing some inner work or transformation around how they were brought up. Notice that the dress has all those polka dots. Did you know that polka dots are the color, the pattern that means have more fun? So, Allie, the universe is calling you to find something to do today that you have pleasure in. What do you love to do without this person? Show the universe that you can trust enough to let your person simply evolve. Let them grow so that you are able to be the best partner that you can be. So often when people ask me for love advice, I feel in my being, and I want to ask the question, are you ready to be a great partner? What can you do to sharpen your relationship skills while you're waiting? All right. I think there is a sign. I think your person may indeed come back into closeness with you, but they're not finished with the work that they're doing. Thank you, Priyanka, for helping me. I'm so grateful for you. So, Allie, I do private readings, of course, and sometimes I do general readings, and I'm happy to do that. But these simple one card readings, as if I were to put this into your question, what I would say is that you're pinning all of your future into your med school. Okay, so when it comes, you could almost look like your med school situation is like a soulmate to you. That it, how do you tell if you get a sign that you should keep using your time to get into med school, right? How do you know that this is right for you? So you can totally spin this to have that meaning that you are in a transformation, that you're holding the dream to your heart, that med school is your future for sure, but it doesn't seem to be working. And so what I would do is really begin to transform your dream, to look into what else might fill you with joy. Yeah, a full reading is wonderful because I can pull lots of cards. But today, the fact that you were drawn to this reading, it shows me that you are looking for a sign. And your sign has to be with your future employment. And so, indeed, is med school into you or not? Right now, it looks like it's not. And so, being able to develop a plan B, there may be a different profession within the medical field that would be perfect for you. All right. So that would be the advice here. Allow your dream for med school to transform so that you can find something that gives you a green light, because this is like a red light. What's going on? 3 years of your time put towards something. So I would say it would be very smart for you to look all around the medical profession, all of the lab work, all of the bookkeeping, all of the professions that are involved around medicine, and see, is there anything there that could really fulfill you? All right. Hello, Shilpa. Hello, Gomati. Hello, all of you. Oh my goodness, look at these beautiful questions. All right, you only need to ask your question one time, y'all. All right, and I will be happy to do the best I can to answer your questions. I call what I do here the gratitude game, because all you have to do is tell me something you're grateful for, and I'll pull a card for you. And this is so unusual that this is kind of about love, but for Allie, it turned out that her soulmate right now, the thing she's putting so much love toward is her career goals. And so the card we read, even though it's only one card, it's giving her some good advice. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, Priyanka, thank you so much. My moderators live all over the world, and sometimes they're sleeping when I go live. So, Gomati, very happy to read a card for you. You just have to put your gratitude in there. What is it they're loving? Hi, Mahak, welcome. Okay, so I love Gomati says, I love honesty. Oh, wow. I do too. Everybody, put your hand on your heart, take a deep breath. Isn't it true that we love honesty? Hi, Suparnas. I know, Suparna, you said, so you thanked me. I mean, you said you were, could you put your thank you in there again? Because I know I did see it, but I missed it. Okay. I want to go back. And so, Gomati, you're asking about the SAT on August 24th. All right. So let's see here. What we're looking at is a sign around, okay, let me just think into this a little bit here to make it work. Okay, so right now there's worry and concern for you around your son. And so the energy between you and your son is, it's got those question marks all over it, because as he matures and as he gets ready to go off, how do you tell if he is into the SAT like you are, right? Are you and he a match with the score that will be best? What is it the universe has for you? For those of you who are here to see, you want a sign for whether your person is into you or not, I am here. If you want more from me, here it is right here, Allie. Tarotinfo, please, at gmail.com. I do have a WhatsApp community where people can ask me questions, and I would love to have you all be members of my community. Just email me and I'll let you know how. So Gomati loves honesty, and so do I. So let's take a peek here when it comes to her and her son. Okay, so this, okay, that's what I have children. My children are in their 40s. I'm a grandparent now. But when I look at this, Komati, this is what I want to tell you on this card. You have so much love for your son. And as a mom, one of the hard things to go through is that transformation when they start to be their own person. They become themselves. And how does a mom fit? What is a sign to you that what does it that the universe wants you to do and think right now to maintain connection, but allow them the freedom to really grow into their full self? You will never lose your mother's heart for your son. But when he goes out into the world and takes the SAT test, guess what? You cannot control the number, right? So one piece of advice that I give to you, my friend, is to really cling to your inner person, your inner being. You cannot be your child's God, all right? Each of us has an inner being. That's our divine connection. And we act like children sometimes when we humans forget that we have an inner being guiding us. At this point for your son's life, you need to prepare him to lean on his own inner being, because he's not going to be able to lean on you when he's off at school, right? So being able to tell your son, I don't know what score you will get on the SAT, but what I do believe is that if you apply yourself and do the best you can, everything will work out. Even though I don't know what score he will get on the test, the truth is God does not let me down, and I'm going to trust the situation in his hands. Even though I'm getting a sign today that I may need to let go of my son and his SAT. I'm willing to do that so I can show my son how I keep peace of mind no matter what. Okay? All right. So that's an excellent reading. And Suparna, I did see that you love your person. So this is for Suparna. Thank you so much for being here. You guys have been here frequently, and Suparna loves their dog. I love that. Okay, let me see here. I'm going to make sure that I'm getting everybody's thank yous. If the message resonates, thank you for hitting the thumbs up, because what helps me then is it helps me know that this reading is has the right tone and that you are resonating. So Suparna loves their dog, and there's a person in their life that they would love to see again. This could be a family, a friend, a coworker, somebody from the past. There's been an ache in your heart that you have been working with, and that has been difficult for you. Okay, so Suparna, hold a person in your mind that you're curious about. Who is it that you want to know? Are they into you or not? Okay, so this card you may recognize. I did a little tiny reading on it, and it's gotten like 15,000 hits. And I was so shocked that this little card pulled in so much energy. So, Suparna, there is a gift for you in this reading. Okay, take a breath. Suparna, definitely check out the reading that matches this card. You'll find it on my channel in the shorts. It's called Yes, Please. So I feel like you are definitely getting the yes, please energy. There's something about the person that you're wondering about that is showing this balance that's coming into play here. The shadows, there's an umbrella that she's holding up here. And where's my pointer? This is a Lemurian crystal. Isn't it pretty? Can you see it sparkle in different colors? Anyway, I get distracted. But the shadow that's coming from this umbrella is in red. Red is the color of your root chakra, which represents your family of origin. So what I'm sensing here in your desire to feel connected is that you are willing, that you're willing to look back into your own life. What is it in your past that could be a block to this person? I do feel they are still into you. I feel that in their own way, they have a gift for you, but I think it's going to surprise you. I don't think it's what you're expecting. And I also feel that you're a little afraid to speak your truth. Look at that huge collar. You can't even see her neck. Her neck is hidden, and the neck is where we have our voice box. That's where the voice comes from. So I think as you look into your childhood, look into how you grew up. Was there a pattern of not being able to say what you want? If you were hurt or you were angry, was it difficult to be honest about that? Because the adults in your life did not let the children have big feelings. I think it might be helpful for you to investigate this little bit. You might want to find a meditation online about your inner child. There's inner child wisdom out there. I can't teach it today, but I love to talk about it because it truly is a wonder when you start to explore your inner child. Do a YouTube search and you'll find lots of material. Okay, Suparna? And thank you so much for being here. Y'all, thank you for being here. I really want to get to as many people for one card readings as I can. I will prioritize the people who add how grateful they are and are able to, hang on, hold on. And the people that are helping me by adding gratitude to the stream. Okay, so Priyanka, I just created you into a moderator. Thank you for volunteering and helping me, because those of you who've been back to me several times, you know how to play the gratitude game, and it just fills my heart when people are able to recognize gratitude is a life changer. It's a game changer. And when you can be grateful, even if you're in no contact, you're going to change your life. Okay, Priyanka loves being strong even when you're struggling. Mihak, oh gosh, Mahak, I love the innocence of the inner child inside. Wonderful. I love that. Mahak will be next. And so let's go to Priyanka. Priyanka, thank you for stepping up as a moderator. It's so helpful. You have no idea, you guys. Just so helpful. So let's take this away. And Priyanka, I want you to hold your person in your mind. Most of the people who come to the readings, they have someone that's no contact. I do. I have somebody that right now they're trying to reestablish contact with me, and I'm like, no, 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 no. But my heart says that's not very nice, Catherine. What is it would work for you? This is a relative of mine. And an older woman talked to me today, and she said, when you live like this with somebody, nobody's comfortable. Even though you feel safer because you're saying no, or for some reason that person feels safer saying no to you, the truth is that opening up a little bit and setting up some good boundaries will work. So I sent an email to my person today, and I said, these are the 3 things that I need. And if you're willing, I'm willing. And this is how we can go forward. So I'm kind of breaking a no contract right now with myself, and I'll keep you guys posted. Okay. So Priyanka, hold your person in your mind. Who is it that you're thinking about? Are they into you or not? Let's take a peek. All right. Oh, sunny day. How interesting. So, what we see here, hold on, I just want to pull it up close so I can see better. All right. So, black and white. That's what pops into my eye first for you, Priyanka. And anyone else, if all the time you have is this 30 seconds on this reading, take this reading in as if it's your own, all right? Because I know that you're looking for stability. I know that stability is incredibly important for you. And the person that you're thinking about right now, their back is turned to you. That's black and white. A lot of times, people who are in dysfunctional families, people that are coming out of addiction, they have a black and white way of thinking. A lot other people, it's their learning style. It's just how they process the world. Linear, binary, ones and twos, zeros and ones. A lot of times people who have computer background, scientists, data collectors, their brain works with zeros and ones and combinations of numbers. Now, unfortunately, those people don't do very well in their emotional life. So, right now, Priyanka, the person that you're thinking about is closed to you. Okay, they are not thinking about you as much as you're thinking about them. And I always hate to say that to people, but this is all divine. If you were meant to be with the person, you would know it. There's a book that's called He's Just Not That Into You. And the question asked is, if you go, and I ask men this question. I say, if someone has to ask, do you think he's into me? Then they're not into you. Because when someone's into you, they turn toward you and they treat you as if you are of high value. Okay? So this is not bad news. Oh, sunny day. Because if you cannot get in touch with this no contact person, let me tell you what you need: new contact. Isn't that true? And it does not have to be a lover or a family member. It can just be humans. And one thing I did yesterday is I went to a place in my village, and there is a way for me to volunteer there and do some teaching. I can teach a class on journaling, or I can teach an art and crafts class. And when you serve as a volunteer, the people have genuine love and concern for you. And there's no agenda like there is in relationships. So Priyanka and others who are resonating, find some place to volunteer. I need a sip of tea. Hold on. Mahak, you are next, and thank you so much. There's a woman named Jessica Heslop. I'm working with her. I love her so much. She's actually doing an inner child class coming right up here real soon. Her website is Love the Life You Live, so check it out. There's also in my community, I've also listed how you can get a hold of her. I am personally doing the inner child. It's only 1 week. I'm focusing on it next week, not this coming week, but the next week, because I want to dig under some of my own experiences as a child and see how it impacts me. So Mahak, I love the innocence. It's true, isn't it? We were not cut out to go through all the stuff that we did. Many of us were raised in families where the parents simply were ill-equipped. They didn't know how to be parents. So it wasn't like they meant to be harmful. It's just they had no clue. So so who were we at here? Mahak. Mahak here, hold in your mind the person that's not connecting with you as much as you wish they would. And let's see, is it permanent or could they let you in? Oh, wow. Oh, isn't this a beautiful card? Okay. All right, let's look. First of all, we here in the States, we are headed to autumn. In fact, the colors are starting to change in my neighborhood, and I'm reminded of the change of seasons. The first thing I'm aware of is the look on her face, and she's really in peace. So Mahak, I'm just feeling like you have been doing some work around releasing and letting go of some of the disappointments that have been clearly happening for you in the area of relationships. That there has been many people who have disappointed you. There's been many people who have hurt your feelings. And part of you thinks that they're all connected because there's so much similarity. Some people that come to me will say, Catherine, the last 5 people that I dated all acted the same. They just had different masks on their face. And I thought, I get that, because if you have a tone or a frequency of disappointment and fear of the future, you tend to attract people that make that into a reality. Now, notice how she's holding that with just like barely holding it, like holding this feather right in between her little fingers, right? So Mahak, this is very good news. It shows that you're ready to let go of a pattern, that at this point you're ready for big change. So Mahak, I'm going to bring this over here. This is this quote I've been using lately. I just scratched it out on my note paper. And it says, I am willing to release any patterns within me that are separating me from people who actually have goodwill and affection for me. So Mahak and anyone else that's listening, have you had more than one partner that's hurt your feelings? Raise your hand. If this is true for you, you can claim this power. I am willing to release my patterns so that I can finally attract people with affection for me. Affirmations work. I use them every day. Okay. If you want more information, you can reach out and email me, and I'm happy to respond. So I have one more word for you, Mahak. And thank you so much. I know you've come back many times, and I love you for that. Look at the roots. This shows me, and notice her red shoes. This shows me that a lot of what's going on is connected to your childhood. So I highly recommend that you find some excellent inner child information for yourself so that you can, do I have a pencil here? so that you can really get ready for your next person. Okay, so email me. I have a resource and I don't have it with me right now, but I'll be happy to share the resource with you. All right, so let's moving forward. If you want to play the gratitude game and get yourself a reading, I'm absolutely thrilled to do it. All you do is add something that you're grateful for, something that's working in your life right now, and then that qualifies you for a reading. So moving along here, you're welcome, Gomati. Okay. Oh, thank you, Allie. I appreciate your good wishes. Those of you who are reaching out to me and allowing me to give you these readings and playing the gratitude game with me, it's more valuable than money. I'm not kidding, because so many people are focused on what's not working that tends to be a problem in attracting other people, because you might be coming across as a little needy. Now, I don't like to say that word needy because none of us like that. Ew, ew. But if you have needy energy, you want to be able to sweep that out of your being. And so when you use gratitude, it just like that. Gratitude gets rid of neediness. Just like that. Okay. Rashika, welcome, my friend. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. And Priyanka stepped in to help me. I'm so grateful for both of you guys. I'm more grateful for Rashika, who's serving as my moderator this morning. Okay, so wait a second. I think I might have missed somebody here. Anshika, I'm grateful for the hardships earlier that gave me the experiences. I love that. Thank you. That spirit is so juicy when you have gratitude for hardships. I know my own mom, she's passed away now, but she was not an easy person. It was a difficult relationship. And many years ago, Anshika, I said a prayer, and when I heard it come out of my mouth, I thought, who is that talking? And the prayer said, thank you, God, that my mom acts as strange as she does, because if she did not act that way, I would not find you. It was a strange prayer to pray, but I realized that my anger and my disappointment in my mom was causing me to be suspicious of other people. And once I started to realize that there were reasons she acted the way she did that had nothing to do with me, they were all about how she was trying to deal with her life and her divorce. It just helped me stand separate and grow up a little bit. So, Anshika, hold the person in your mind that you're cut off from right now. And is there a sign here in the cards that says there's a sign that they treasure you and they want a reconnection? And I would say yes. I would say, Anshika, the person that you're thinking about, they don't know what to do, that they are holding on to a dream. They have a memory of the time you spent together and they are holding it. But notice their hands are very open. Their fingers are loose. So I feel now with your person that they are learning how to release who you used to be. They want to release the old connection that before you had the troubles. And this is why you have confusion. Like you'll be in your bed at night and think to yourself, how do I know that they still want to be connected to me? So, Anshika, I feel like your person needs to let go of some memories of things that happened that are holding you guys apart. They are using the memories to protect themselves. They don't like being vulnerable. See how we've got the zebra print on her shirt, but this always reminds me of like a jail cell. So I feel like this person, for you and the old way that you used to be together, there was something off about it. It didn't resonate with them. I think they needed to do too much compromising. But now they look back and they think, no, I do want to work on this connection. I noticed the red flowers in her hair, Anshika, and that shows me that in their mind, they're visiting their family of origin. The theme today, we've had the inner child kind of pop in and out throughout the cards so far. So I think for you too, Anchika, if it think about your person in terms of their growing up years. And all of you guys who really want to connect with an ex, did they have challenging childhoods? Just think about it for a second. If your person, the person you want to be with, if they had a challenging childhood, it's important to go into that with your eyes open, because therapy can be very helpful. So can a good spiritual, what would I call it? Spiritual responsibility, being able to let go of those memories. So I think your person is definitely still interested in you. They just don't know how to proceed. They do not want to hurt your feelings. And they are realizing that their growing up years have been part of what's difficult for them. Okay? So let's move on forward. Thank you. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you to Rishika. And call me lover boy. Thankful that people, I'm not sure what you're saying, call me lover boy. People believe in the cards. Let's see. And Priyanka, I love that you love being strong even when you're struggling. Beautiful. And Zanda, welcome. I am so glad that you're here. Thank you. I know you're new. I haven't seen your name before. And thank you for being so willing to play the gratitude game. So Zanda, hold your person in your mind. Who is it that you're not sure? Are they still into you or not? Is the relationship worth your time? Let's take a peek. And we have keys on trees. Look at that. I love elephants. That's the first thing. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Very cool. Now, our very first card today, the card that was the reading for the entire mission today, was about the story of Rapunzel. And if you didn't get to see that, go ahead, not right now, but go back to the beginning and do check the first card, because I think it'll be an extra blessing for you, okay, Zanda? So let's take a peek here. So Zanda, it does look like to me that you definitely have been working very hard at reconnecting with someone. There's somebody in your life that when they left, you might have moved to a different place. You might have, they may have broken up with you. But there was a part of you that desperately wanted to hang on to this relationship. Again, in a collective reading like this, it wouldn't surprise me at all if there's several people right now. You just tuned in 2 seconds ago and you're like, what is she talking about? I'm talking about someone who has an ex that they desperately want to connect with. Okay, you have been going through the motions. Hang on, I just have to look at the card more deeply. You have been doing everything you know how to do. You have been walking up this building. You're just walking in a circle. It's been a long climb and you're working hard. You do not want to give up. There's a key to get into this situation, and you have decided you're going to find it no matter what. Okay, now I appreciate the determination. I appreciate that you do not want to let go of this person, but there's a big but. Can you hear it coming? There's a big but. But what if there's something else out there that will fulfill you more deeply? What if there's something the universe has been trying so hard to show you that is much easier than what you're doing right now? This elephant is dangling the key. That's your choice. How many of you, raise your hands if you think elephants would like to live in a cage like that? Okay, how many of you on this call would say, oh yeah, for sure, an elephant would love living in there? No, not even close, right? A of all, an elephant doesn't belong up there. An elephant belongs with his feet on the ground, right? And also, how can this key go into that lock by that elephant? It's impossible. So this is a sure sign for someone out there, and I know that it is Zonda whose card this is, but this is a card of very good news. Look at all of the keys that are hanging everywhere. Small keys, big keys, all of these keys. These all signify parts of your life that you can open and enjoy while you process whatever this was. Because this looks like a big problem, doesn't it? But the keys are way over here. So my dear Zonda, in the description box, you'll see something called the Soulmate Solution. And what that is, it's a tool that I created for people to start to get rid of any false feelings you have about this one elephant. Elephants are huge, and yet on top of this building, it looks tiny. Something about what you're wanting is not a match to your own heart. Something about what you're wanting from this person is too big for that person to give you. And your person is running away from you as fast as they can. So please stop, pause, take a minute, get out a piece of paper, write down a list of all the reasons that you want to have this person in your life. And then go through carefully each one. Make sure it's 100% true, because there's a huge problem here. How can you access all of these blessings that the divine has laid out in your life if you keep focusing on something that's not working? Okay? Very deep but powerful message for you, my dear Zonda. Thank you guys for hi Kanda. I'm sorry I mispronounced your name. Thank you so much, Priyanka, for your ability to receive. And Priyanka is giving us a very good example here. I'm just standing up, taking a little break, and having some tea, because it's so possible for you to receive deeply from a collective reading. Your body may give you goosebumps, your jaw may start to ache, or you might even yawn. And these are all signs that your energy is clicking in with this reading today. So let me take a sip. Yummy. Okay. Be sure to hit our thumbs up, come close the loop of this energy and claim it. Okay. Moving on. Thank you so much, Allie. Bless your heart. Thank you. You guys are like my little cheerleaders. I love that. Okay. And you so much love y'all are exchanging for each other. Just love that. Okay, so DYS, I see you and my heart goes out to you, and I'm totally wanting to draw a card. All you need to do is to add something that you're grateful for. So don't look at your person right now, the one that you're texting. Look at your heart. What is it that's working out for you right now? Okay? And I will be happy to pull your card. All right. Oh gosh, see, I just love Kanda. This reading that we just did, it's a very important one for you. Be sure to go back and listen again if you have a need for clarity. This message was very clear. Okay, if you want more information or you want to connect with me, I do have a private community on WhatsApp where I answer questions. And so this is the email address. All you have to do is send me a message, and I'm more than happy to contact you, okay? Because it sounds like you do need support with your situation. All right, let's see here. DYS. Aw, I love love. I love that. Thank you so much. Welcome, Alyssa. Welcome. Thank you for passing through. And I'm so tickled to, and Kritika, welcome. It'll be DYS next, and then Elisa, or I hope I'm saying your name right, and then Kritika. Welcome. I'm so grateful y'all are here. So DYS, so you have been texting someone. This is the perfect reading for you, and I'm so glad. I might have created this reading just for you, DYS, because when I woke up this morning, I had a clear guidance from the divine to do a reading on how can you tell what's a sign you can watch for. Are they into you or not? So let's allow our cards to do their work. I always say that the cards do all the work, don't they? All right, let's see here. The perfect key. All right, let me just look. Everybody take a breath. And hold DYS in your mind. DYS, I feel like you are, that you're a little suspicious. When I look at the energy on her face, she just doesn't look like she's trusting. She's looking suspicious, and she's certainly not looking joyful. All right, so I feel that as you are looking, so this figure is looking towards the bird. The bird is looking the other way, and the keys are in the wind, blowing away. So here, I think if I laid my crystal like right here, I feel like you are represented here, that your eye is looking forward. You want to develop some loving feelings for your person, and you are using a key, texting, right? You're choosing texting, and you're becoming known to the person. And there's a bit of, I think your self-concept, the yellow is the color of the solar plexus, which is your, the chakra of your personal identity. So I think that you're using text as the expression of your personal identity is limited, okay? It's holding your heart in a cage. Using social media as your main key. Notice how all of these keys are smaller. The main key is that right now it looks like social media is not working. Number one, the key is at your heart. So you're holding the key to your heart. What you're wanting from your person is the connection. Even where the cage is on the figure is in the solar plexus area of the body. So text is not working. It is not the key to love for you. Okay, DYS? So what does that mean? It means that as you come out of your comfort zone and see how this elbow is out and it's not comfortable, this is a more comfortable arm position, relaxed. But holding out this arm and allowing this potential partner to be there without connecting with them is tiring, it's discouraging, and it's not bringing you satisfaction. So I feel that it is a sign that they're not that interested in you. And I always hate to say that because I just don't want people to feel disappointed. But there's two things that I want you to consider, DYS. Number one, do you want to be with someone who wants to be open with text? They like using it, it's fun for them, it works. Okay, if that's the case, it looks like this is not that person because they obviously don't. And the other thing is, what can you do to connect to them without text? How can you get into that person's presence, be able to look at their eyes, be able to speak to them? Because it's obvious texting is not working, okay? So I would say that your perfect key is to think in your mind, what is it you really want? And if you want someone in your life who likes to text, then you need to find that, because you can't force someone to use a tool that they don't want to use, okay? It's kind of a strong but excellent reading for you. Okay. And we have Elisa, welcome. I'm glad that you just passed through to say hi to me. Oh, Elisa, I'm glad that you have resonance with what's going on here. That's my heart. If we can create the most positive stream of tarot, that we are always filled with gratitude here, we are trusting that the divine is guiding us, and even if we have a breakup, or even if a family member decides they don't want to be in contact with you right now, that's okay, because the divine can bring people right to you, right to your phone, because here we are, right? You didn't expect to be on this reading today. And I want to bring my beautiful amethyst crystal over here for a second. And I wanted to talk, I want to talk about why the lizard energy is such an important part of fish out of water. The reason is because the lizard regrows its tail. It regenerates. If a tail gets pulled off the lizard, it will grow a new one. Don't believe me? Google it. But it's true. So what does that mean for a human? What it means is that when part of you gets chopped off because you broke up, someone passed away, you got fired, something happened that broke your heart, it's up to us to regenerate the loving spirit that God gave us. And how we do that is two ways: letting go of what we can't change and gratitude. Gratitude works, it changes life forever. Let me just bring our lizard here so we can invite him into the reading. So next, Elisa, hold in your mind something from the past where you've either been canceled or someone is not in contact with you and you just want that sign. Is it over forever? Is there a chance you can get back together again? Let's see what the cards have for us. Okay, this is our second butterfly that has come out. We did have a butterfly, I think it was on the second card, and that was very interesting because in that card, the person was trying to hold the butterfly to themselves. They were using their hand to hold the butterfly tight. And we know with butterflies, they're not intended to be captive. They're intended to be free. Another thing about the butterfly is that it did spend time as a worm, a caterpillar. It went through a time of its life where it could not fly. And I know that animals and insects probably never complain to themselves. Well, I don't know because I've never been one. But I don't think a caterpillar crawls on the ground weeping and crying because it can't fly. It just has life as a caterpillar. Same thing when it changes into the butterfly. I don't know that it has that gratitude that we can have at the freedom of flight. So I feel like, Elisa, you are in a time of transformation, aren't you? And even though you've had some painful experiences, at this point, you've been allowing them to release themselves. So the truth is, there's something good in every bad thing that happens. I have a blog that you guys can check out. It's called Breakup Candy, breakupcandy.com. I wrote it when I was going through a divorce because I needed to find kindness and peace and joy when my ex, I called him my Stibbix. Stibbix stands for soon to be ex. And my soon to be ex was causing me so much pain in my heart. And I had to learn how to process all of that until he became an ex. But I learned that I had to let go of some of the things that they did. And let me tell you, Elisa, I don't know if you're going through a divorce. If any of you guys listening to me is going through a divorce, hit that thumbs up. I am all about divorce support. Email me. I have tools you can use that will help you. One of them is right in the description, well, several. Check the description box. It's all free of charge because learning how to stand separate from your past relationships makes you so appealing. When a person can date someone else without complaining about their ex, it's so magical. And so in your situation, I feel like your person is really wanting to be free. I feel like your person still cares for you. There's affection there. But as they look, see how the butterfly, this beautiful purple body, which is the spiritual color, the butterfly is studying this blossom. The blossom has grown out of the pain. And this butterfly represented by your person is checking in on you, is like spiritually, energetically seeing she's doing okay. She's doing okay. And when you think of the person, you feel maybe, I wish it could have been different, but it's got to be okay. It's time to move on. One of my favorite quotes that I use about my ex-husband, I had 2 ex-husbands, God help me, but I remember I would never bash them and say, oh, they were terrible. What I say is, that marriage was good until it wasn't. The friendship was good until it wasn't. That old job that I had, it was great until it wasn't, because it gives me a way of telling my friends that it ended without making them feel sad for me or hate the person, because nobody knows what goes on between two. So it does look in this situation, Lisa, that you're growing into more and more skill at releasing this person to their highest good. Okay. And going further, hi Patricia, welcome. Oh, and Kritika's next, I believe. Isn't that true? Yeah. Kritika, always grateful to the universe for the divine guidance that we're receiving. Absolutely. You guys who know me and have followed me for a while, I have over 2,000 videos posted right now. And believe me, I'm a grandmother. If you would have told me 5 years ago that I'd be on YouTube, I would have said, you are crazy. But what I have found is that breaking off baby wisdom steps for people works for me. It brings me a lot of life, and the divine guidance comes through me, not from me. And with the use of the cards, we can all share together here and receive wisdom and guidance from the divine. So your presence here, I'm not taking it for granted, not a bit. Let me take a break here, grab some tea. I've been here a whole hour. Oh, this time goes so fast, you guys. I'm going to be here a while yet, so please do put your gratitudes in there. Thank you so much. Okay. And we are at Kritika. Kritika, I remember you were here the other day. Thank you so much for coming back. And hold your person in your mind. Hold them. Who is it that you're wondering? Are they into me or not? Let's take a peek and see. Day and night. Okay. All right. So clearly your person is into you. So, Kritika, what I'm wondering when I see this is, are they too into you? Are you the person who called for a no contact? Are you the person that said, wait, something has to change? Something feels out of balance. You can't have day and night at the exact same time, can you? No, there's cycles. So there's a double message here, Kritika. So let's take you first. If this is your person and they're completely into you, day and night, they think about you, they're obsessing about you, this may not be a good sign, because I love this quote. You might want to write this down. Nobody enjoys being somebody's everything. Let me say that again. Nobody enjoys being somebody's everything. And it's showing me that in this connection, there's a little bit of immaturity, because there's not a good sense of where you belong and where I belong. That they're having a boundary, that you don't lose your identity in the boundary, but you have one part of life that's over here that I don't care who your partner is. It's not their business. You will always have a life internally where you connect with the divine and you nourish and cultivate your relationship with the divine. This symbolizes your inner being, the divine part of you, and this symbolizes your personality. And the small human part, this is the part that gets us in all kinds of trouble. This part of us is never angry, afraid, or upset. This part of us frequently likes to be a victim. It can't help itself. It's just part of human. So it looks to me that there's a confusion in your connection where you or your other feels incomplete because they don't have a strong divine relationship. When that happens, the pressure on the humans is almost too hard to bear. These ponytails, I am a woman, I wear ponytails sometimes, and do you know that after you wear them for a while, they hurt, they cause pain, they're tight. And so in this current connection, I do believe that there's interest, but what I'm picking up on is the fact that it's too much. There's like a clingy energy or a needy energy. How would you go about dealing with this? Gratitude will help you for sure. Write a list of what you're grateful for about your person and just continue doing that. Like every day, add one or two things. My gut feeling is that as you bring gratitude in, your divine being will give you the wisdom that you need. And you guys, you do realize that, don't you? That even though I love that you visit me on the readings, the truth is it's your inner being, it's your soul that knows what's best for you. All you can do is, I love that you come here for the readings. And when you want more cards, there's nothing I love better than to throw out 15 or 20 cards for a single person and really dig in and see what's going on there. But mostly the cards are designed to confirm that when you hear your story, you're like, oh, yes, I know that to be true. But how did Catherine know that, right? And believe me, I don't know where these stories come from. I'm just so grateful that they do. So let's see who's next here. Remember, if you'd like a reading, we're just adding something that you're grateful for. And Priyanka Rashika, thank you so much. Valerie Perkins, grateful for God. Amen, amen, and amen. So Valerie, let's take up a look into the cards. Oh, I wanted to let you guys see what deck I'm using today. Isn't that beautiful? And the reason I picked it is because any connection has a mystical aspect to it. There's no explaining why some people like each other. There's no explaining having a crush. And one of the things that I always said, and I still think, that when I get to heaven, whenever that is, and I can ask God a question, this is my question. God, I want to know, why do humans fall in love with the wrong people? Why? How can we get a crush on someone that we don't fully know? How can we get crushes on people that hurt our feelings, right? Look at that, blind as a bat. I don't understand, but it's happened to me. And sometimes I married the people, and that ended up being a little bit costly. So let's figure out what it is for Valerie. Valerie, hold a person in your mind that you are in no contact with, and you're so curious. Is it over forever? Is there a chance to rekindle? How do you know what to do next? Okay. And we have secrets. Okay. So, Valerie, you know what, you guys? How many times? We've had a few cards, 3 of them now with keys. So, what I would suggest for you for an added bonus reading, just Google the spiritual meaning of key, because every object has a spiritual meaning. It's very cool that way, and that's one of my favorite ways to use Google. I have a key here somewhere that I like to, where is it? Oh, I can't run and get it right now, but it's an important symbol for us, and I think that would be important for you. So Valerie, what I'm aware of first is this looks like it's got, it's, can you see that it's there's paint chipped off? It's a circle, it's a portal. There's definitely something important there, and this is old. This is not shiny and new. Also, I look at how large that keyhole is. So Valerie, I see right now that this question you're asking is so important. I don't know if you've been separated from this person for a very long time. This could also be somebody that passed away. But there's an energy here of, there's a word I like to say, antiquity. I just like how that word feels in my mouth. Antiquity. So it shows that what you're going through right now, it does have a trail back through generations, that there's something behind you that you're not seeing and that you're not aware of that's driving some of the conflict around this person. Or it could be that you have a parent or a grandparent that you are in relationship with, and you just feel like no matter what you do, they don't get you. This is kind of a card of they don't get me. And what happens then is we do start keeping secrets, because it's easier to hold your heart inside, isn't it? It's easier to keep quiet than to cause problems. So I feel like there are a few people, maybe 3 or 4, in your past that absolutely want to reconnect with you. And I'm sensing that this is not a bad thing. I feel like there's some kind of, I'm looking at, these are both circles. She's standing on a circle, and this is a circle. There's a portal or a doorway into your own deep, oh, there's another one, 3 of them, very potent. There's something here for you today. This is August 17th, 2024, where there's an opportunity to get to know yourself in a deeper way. And it is connecting to these people you're wondering, are they into me or not? I would say yes. Whatever this signifies to you, there are people who definitely are they are fans of yours. They want the best for you, and you may be confused about how to let them back in. If an ex approaches you, it may not be because they want to be with you. They may want to apologize to you. I'm looking at this fringe that's hanging from her coat. And fringe is, you know how there's this little fabric that it moves in the wind, and it's very thin fibers. So I feel for you, Valerie, that there's going to be people coming. They're going to make things make sense to you, that you'll feel lighter, and that you'll feel the wind of spirit coming through and just clearing the deck. These people that right now want to reconnect with you, I'm getting an overwhelming feeling that it's not about a love relationship, that it's either about a past family relationship or even a past career, okay? Please do email me if you feel connected, and hit the thumbs up if you resonate, because remember, this doesn't have to be your personal card to receive the blessing of the story, okay? So Green Aventurine is here. Cute Girl is here. Hi, Roxy. Welcome. So glad to see you all. Priya, I love the woman I am becoming and grateful for where I have come from and where I'm going. What a beautiful, beautiful thank you. And you know what? I think any of us who are women on the call, we get you and we have your back, because some women who have a bitter past with people, they are not able to admit that even when they have hardships, they are still lovable. So Priya, thank you so much. Hi, cute girl. Love that you're here. And I will be doing you next. So let's jump to Priya. Priya, hold the person in your mind, and those of you who are watching and not able to hit the thumbs up or make a comment, this card could be for you. In order to play along, just allow yourself to think of a person in your past, and you've always wondered, might we reconcile one day? Do they still care? Is there something there? What's the sign? So Priya, look at this beautiful card. Okay. So Priya, when I see this, I'm aware of how inadequate this umbrella is for this bird. The man has the right size. Okay, this is a real mismatch, Priya. You are being represented by this beautiful pink bird. This, I don't know that this bird is real, because I know my American birds, but I don't know tropical birds. But the person who last attached themselves to you, and the person who tried to take care of you, they were just not a good fit. Not at all. They did not have the strength of character and maturity. Now, there's nothing wrong with this person. They were just youthful in their mind or their spirit. And sometimes humans, can stay immature until they're in their 60s and even 70s. They can act like a child if they never look at themselves and do the work to be able to change and adjust themselves to life. But this is a mismatch of energy, because in an ideal partnership, we shouldn't be carrying anyone. And even if they think that being helpful, because this little figure's like, I can take care of you. Look what a good job I'm doing. And you want to say, yeah, but the rest, I'm getting soaked. Yes, your tiny little umbrella is protecting my head, but the whole rest of me is getting wet. So this is showing me this was just not a good match. Your person, they are giving you signs because they keep trying to connect to you. This could be a family member. It's hard when it's a family member who wants you to carry the burden for them. It's hard to have that at times, and I feel for you. But sometimes you just need to say, look, I want to be connected. However, I want both of us to be committed to doing our best. I want both of us to be committed to finding the best parts of our lives, period. I don't want to whine and complain about stuff I cannot change anymore. So I feel this is a sure sign that you, or in this partnership, it was a terrible mismatch of energy. And I believe that you knew that early on. Part of you knew, you know what, this probably is not going to work out, but you stuck it out for whatever reason. Or maybe your friends and family thought it was a great connection. But right now, this is kind of a warning card. It's a card to make sure that both people are giving as much to the relationship, and make sure that this person isn't micromanaging, and trying to take you under their umbrella so that you don't have the freedom. Okay, very interesting reading for you, my friend. Okay, cute girl, you are next. I love the strength within me of not giving up in the hardest time of your life. Absolutely. Isn't that true? That you just, when you go through and you realize that you didn't give up, and you get credit for that. So, cute girl, in order to get the full magic out of this reading, let's hold in your heart a person during one of those hard times that you went through, right? Somebody that is like a remnant of your past. They've been on your mind. You wonder, are they going to come back to my life or not? Should I think about them more? Should I pray? Should I manifest for them? Or should I simply let them go? It just as if the tail gets cut off of that lizard, let them go and allow the divine to grow something new for you. What is your sign? Okay. So, cute girl, to the moon and back. Wow. So at first when I looked at this, I saw mermaid energy. And then I look at it and it's a wing. But this wing is not where it should be. It's like a wing is being a tail. That's not right. So what that's showing me, my dear cute girl, is that there's a part of you that's been like a chameleon, that you're trying to be something you're not, and that your person, see the little green bird? This is a similar energy to the last card, where the partner that, someone in your past, a person that was a partner to you in some way, was micromanaging you. See how that little bird is sitting? I'm just gonna pull this close so you guys can see this. So the bird is chip, 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 chip. Do it this way, do it that way, try it this way. I think you should do this. And we have a word called yammering at you, yada, yada, yada. And then look at her. She's like, oi, do I have to keep listening to this? Is this the best it gets for me? That I have someone that is yammering at me? There's another bird here. She can't even pay attention to the one that's in front of her, because something in your past is just whispering constantly that something is missing. Okay? What I know for sure is that our inner being, our divine self, is able to guide us. I don't know what is best for you, cute girl. I mean, you've been here for a few readings and you come back, so I assume you're getting some inspiration, but I don't know. Your inner being knows exactly. And whenever you're upset or lonely or angry or anxious, it's because you forget. You have inner guidance. So with this reading, I feel like inner guidance is wanting you to do some housekeeping. There's a person in your past that is impacting your future relationships. The memories of the micromanaging, and that even though they were a small part of your life, you learned how to change your energetic signature. You learned how to create the illusion of a tail from a wing because it's the only way you could fit. And even this person down here, they may be a better fit for you, but you are still looking up and out. So because I believe you do feel a bit trapped, and that everything that you do is in this small circle. So for you, cute girl, take a peek in the description box. There's something in there called the soulmate generator. I honestly feel that using that 2 or 3 times, you're going to feel much better about this. Cute girl, you have in your heart 100% pure desire and 100% pure clarity for what is your ideal connection, whether it's family, whether it's a friend, or where you work. And you have been, tired and worn out by all the micromanaging that you've known, but there is a future brightness for you, and it's going to come as you dig in deep. What is it I really want? There's a beautiful yellow butterfly outside my window right now, and that to me is a call to you, my dear friend, to look at your solar plexus chakra. That's the one of your personal identity. So do a YouTube search and find a meditation for the solar plexus. I think it'll be great medicine for you today. Okay, my friend? And best of luck to you. Thank you guys for being here. Hit that thumbs up and the subscribe. I go on live just about every day in the mornings, and then you'll be notified because I would love to have you back on a reading. Okay, Alyssa went through, oopsie, hang on. What's happening here? Okay. Having trouble with my, Alyssa went through a personal growth breakthrough. Okay, my screen is frozen. Can you guys see me okay still? Hello? Yeah, I think I'm still filming. Oh no, I'm not. Oh, hold on, I see the problem. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. My screen got frozen for a second, but I'm back. It gives giving me a warning that my phone was almost out of juice. Uh-oh. Okay, I've got a couple more minutes before the phone goes dead on me. So Alyssa recently had a personal growth breakthrough. So Alyssa, again, as you go back and even listening to these other readings, the way the collective readings works is even if I don't see your specific question, there's guidance there for you. It's kind of how the universe helps us to use this reading for everyone's growth. Thank you. Hi, Silent Lover. Welcome back. Corporate Criminals. Oh, corporate criminals. My voice is soothing. It calms your nerves. That's just such a delicious thing to say. Thank you so much. And because you're grateful for my voice, which God gave me, I didn't go buy my voice at a store. And I'm so grateful that it touches people's hearts. Let's pull a card for you, corporate criminal. Would you please hold in your mind somebody that you're curious about, that's a ghosting situation, somebody that is in no contact with you? I don't know a single person, and that's the truth, who hasn't had somebody in their past who pulled away in an abrupt fashion. It's a big club we all belong to. So corporate criminals, here we go. This is a card for you. Wow, corporate criminal. This is a very, very good sign, isn't it? Look at that. And I can't help but be drawn to your name because you do have a fascination with the dark side, obviously, and that mystery, the mystery. And I keep coming up in my mind. I'm thinking of the word mystery. So I feel like corporate criminal, there has been a loss for you in the relationship arena, and that it was a mystery to you. You had no idea. There was something that was very good about it and something that was not. And as you were trying to grow and nurture this relationship, it just didn't seem to thrive the way you had hoped it would thrive. And I feel like even though it's been difficult, there is hope here. And I sense that if this was your energy, corporate, what I would see is like this gesture of putting the hand on the heart. So right now, just go ahead and put your hand on your chest, and also anybody else that's watching, and just take a couple of breaths and just feel your body breathe. Take a breath. And one more. Feel your chest breathe. This person who came into your life, I'm aware of all these little white sparkles. The person you're thinking about is very special to you, right? And that you really feel that you sense the poetry of it. You sense that this could work, and there is definitely hope. So I feel the person is still into you, and I even see this eye. This looks like an eye to me, and it looks like the eye is on you. And then this figure, the eye is closed. So my sense is, corporate, that you don't want to hurt the person, that you have been through some difficult times, that you feel yourself get snarky or be harsh or micromanaging your person, and you don't like that. It's like when that happens, you feel like shit, no offense, and you want to deal with that. So please, there's a blog, it's called Breakup Candy, and it's my own blog, so you can go look at it. But it talks about recovery from heartbreak and how very important it is. Because when you step closer to your new person, they're going to spark in you memories of your past. See this little white piece? It's the only white on the dark side. That's because when you are attracted to someone who's actually good for you, it can feel like it doesn't fit, but actually it's already starting to come together. And also look at how this almost looks like the shape of a heart. So corporate, today's readings, not many people have gotten this type of reading. Most of the people here today have gotten the readings that turn away and just realize that there's something better for you somewhere else. But here what I'm seeing is there is hope alive in this relationship, and it's some good guidance might be very helpful. If your person has gone through a breakup, let's say they're going through a divorce right now, they're wanting to pull away from you some might be so natural, right? Because of them recovering from the shadows in their past. But for you right now, go to the soulmate generator in the description box. Check out Breakup Candy, because I feel like that will give you some support while you're waiting for this to come forward. All right. Okay. So let's see here. Silent Lover, welcome, welcome. Kane. Kane, welcome. I'm so glad that you are here. Kane has been here with me since for a few weeks now, and I can feel so much change in Kane. So today, Kane, I'm so curious what card you're going to come up with because of this person. I know that you have that significant person. And so right now, today is, let's just ask, are they still interested? Do they think about you? What is the sign that you would need to know it's time to move on, or it's time to give it another try? So I can't wait. I love using this deck today. So let's see. And we have Night Ride. Okay. Kane, I wish we could meet. I mean, that's one of the reasons I do these lives, because I feel like I'm connected with you guys. But I wish you could come to my little house and sit on my porch and have a live reading, because I just would love to know you better. Because Kane, this is hilarious. Look at the expression on that elephant's face. It says it all. It's like, what? Right? It's not a peaceful face, is it? It's absolutely terrified. Look at it. It's like, oh no. Okay, so that to me is so magical. And I look over here at this, and you guys, if you come back and you get these one card readings a few times in a row, you'll probably feel like Kane, where you'll sense, oh my gosh, she's getting to know me. But look at here. I feel like this owl here is a blend between your mom and me. I feel like ever since you started coming to these readings and using the tools, because I know that you are under our wing, that you do not want to go backwards if you don't need to. I mean, X is an X for a reason. We do pass through relationships that we're on our way to our most magical relationship. And it does look like you are on that journey to leave the person backwards, okay? Because you still, your big yourself, your personality, you're still looking back, you're looking backwards. You're like, oh, I want to still go back. But there's a part of you that knows that's not in your highest good. There's a part of you that is becoming more and more sure, why ever that broke up, it broke and it's done. Look at all these stars everywhere. See that? Look at that. Those are healing. I have all my stars here, right here. It's healing that you've been doing. You were cracked. Part of you was cracked and destroyed by the loss of the dream that you went through. But then you found my channel. You were able to start hearing your mom's wisdom. You began to be more willing to wait, to recognize your immaturity when it comes to relationships and love, and to start soaking in wisdom. Kane, highly recommend that you go and look up the spiritual meaning of owl, because I think it's going to blow you away. Notice how these stars here on the road are opening up to these bright orbs of light. There are so many humans who will enjoy your time, Kane. So you may walk to the market today, and on your way to the market, you might greet someone that's a complete stranger, and they will give you more regard, respect, and a connection feeling than anyone in your past. Allow the part of you that's still terrified of meeting someone new and going forward, allow that part of yourself to be. Accept it as it is. And I would suggest there's a wonderful book. It's called The Soulmate Secret. It's been out for quite a few years right now. It's by a lady named Ariel Ford. But in that book, it gives you a recipe. Chapter by chapter, it teaches how to find a soulmate. And Kane, for you, I really think you would love that now. I pick up in your energy great willingness to go for help, and whatever that is, whether it's to me or to somebody in your village who could give you some guidance. But that book, The Soulmate Secret, is a really fun way to look at creating a new soulmate for yourself. All right. So what a great reading for you today, Kane. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, T. Jesus loves me. Well, don't I know it? Okay, Catrice, love it that she loves her daughter. I appreciate that. And your mom. So, Catrice, that's such a beautiful sentiment, and I just breathe it in. Thank you so much. Now, I bet you, Catrice, if I asked you, you would say that neither your daughter or your mom were easy all the time, weren't they? Your daughter and your mom had moments of hurting your feelings and disappointing you. Why? Because you are a normal human. So the fact that even though you've had challenges with these two women, you still respect and love them. So Catrice, you've got such a beautiful face. I see your smile smiling at me in the itty bitty thing. Let's draw a card. I'm having so much fun today. My phone is going to be going quiet here very shortly. I'm doing as many readings as I can, but thank you all for being with me. Tomorrow we do fairy readings. Sundays are fairy day, and last week it was phenomenal. So I'm going to come in on about the same time. So if you'd like to have a fairy card reading, you are welcome. We are always going to be playing the gratitude game. So get yourself ready. Be ready with something you're thankful for, and I'll draw a card for you. Okay, Catrice, let's see what we have. A long way home. Okay, so holding a person in your mind who you would like to reconnect with. And as I'm looking here, this is so interesting. A hot air balloon is at the top, and then there's an anchor. So, and then there's a balloon way back there in the background. Can you see it? let me just raise the card. Can you see the little balloon in the background? And then, what is that creature? Oh, it's an elephant. Good grief. It's such a tiny elephant, but it's the second time elephants have come up in the reading today. And an elephant never forgets. Have you ever heard that? An elephant never forgets. Okay, so, so there is one of my tiny readings today. There was a message about home. There's no place like home. So do be sure to click on that little reading today or yesterday, because it's a short message, but there's a message about home. So something with you, Catrice, I feel like you are, there's an anchor in your energy that you don't need anymore. There's something around this person, a person who feels in disconnection from you. They don't get you. They don't understand you. They look at you and they look at this freedom that you enjoy in this part of your life. You are not who you were when you grew up, but your home and how you were raised is a huge part of how you see life. Your person, the person that you want to reconnect with, see, they're very far away. And there's a part of you that's being afraid to let go of it. So anybody that's hearing me on the call right now, please listen in. If you are fearful because you feel desperate to reconnect, this could be to a child. You know, perhaps you have oh, see how my candle just burnt out, you guys? Okay, so I have a feeling this could be through death. Okay, see how that blew out? So Catrice, has there somebody passed away recently? And you may feel you can't let go of the memory because it would hurt their feelings. There's something in you that's not letting you let go of something from the past. It could be a generational issue, but this person it feels like they're getting farther and farther away. And if you anchor yourself here, it won't be as bad. Letting go of them is so difficult. All right, I get it. I look at these stripes. Whenever I see stripes like that, it makes me feel like being in jail. So this person could be incarcerated that I'm talking about. But we have a divine promise, and that is that God cares about our loved ones more than we do. That's a promise that each person, including your problem person, each person has a divine part and a human part. And as humans, we must allow for our people to be connected to their own divine. Sometimes somebody's decision doesn't seem very divine. It feels bad. But the truth is, we only have one human to manage, and that's ourselves. So keeping yourself in peace of mind about this situation is super important. There may be some memories that they're fading, but they're still holding you back. So do check the resource box, Catrice, because there are tools in there that can help you. The main thing is that you're anchored to something that is holding you back from your own best life. And so important for you to trust that and make a study of it. Okay, what can I let go of today? It might be a great idea for you. You guys know I always say grab a piece of paper. Grab a piece of paper and write down. And I feel like I want to do this today, Catrice, so thank you for bringing it to me. What can I let go of today? What can I let go of? Do you want to know a practical tool that will really be helpful? Throw away some clutter. Spend some time in your home and go through a closet or a drawer, maybe the trunk of your car or your refrigerator, and go through everything you don't need anymore. There's something very powerful that happens whenever you do that. Okay, Catrice? Bless you. As you go forward, I wish you all the best. Okay. Also, you guys, thank you. Oh, I love that Priyanka says, why do we fall for the wrong people? Isn't that true? I know she likes, but I don't want to destroy relationships. So Roxy, all you need is to drop something you're thankful for, and I'm happy to give you a reading. And my phone is almost out of juice, you guys. Honestly, I have very few bars left, but I'm going to go right till I run out of juice. So Amrita is the next one. Loves being born in their beautiful family. Aw, corporate. If you're still here, I love that you. I actually worked at the pet cemetery for a while, and I did burials and cremations and services for pets. And so I have a very, very special relationship with pet loss. So my heart goes out to you. I just hug you from afar, my friend. And my phone is about to go. So what we'll do here is Amrita, let's quick grab you a reading before the rest of my candles go out. So Amrita, so hold on to your person, whoever it is. And you could be like corporate criminals. Your person might be a dog, no offense, but I've lived with my dogs for the last few years as a single woman, and I kind of love it. And we can get so attached to our pets. And I neglected to mention that your person might be a pet. But at any rate, Amrita, holding on to a person in your life, and you just wonder, is there still a chance? Do they actually still want to be with you? Let's take a look. And we have my dear friend. So what I'm seeing here for you, Amrita, and for other people, and again, corporate criminals, if you're still here, this could easily incorporate you or anyone else whose animal is their dear friend. So if you are a person who's listening to my voice right now and you feel like there's an animal that has been important to you and you don't know how to reconnect, they might have passed away, go ahead and hit the thumbs up so that I can sense and feel your energy. Because what I'm seeing here is with this animal, this woman, look at how her hair, it just mimics it could be her hair is forming into the very antlers of this beautiful, beautiful beast. I think it could be an elk because it's so large, or it could be just a deer and the deer's antlers end here. But the woman is so connected to the energy of this animal that she mimics the animal. Now, with the orange, the very faded orange is the color of the sacral chakra. And the sacral chakra is the chakra of our intimate connecting with other humans. And that intimacy, when we're not in a close relationship with a human, it'll come forward in creativity. Your creativity here, Amrita, is very important. There is a sign coming to you that there's been a bit of a tangle. There's been too much needy or that kind of energy where one or both is trying so hard to be just like the other. Okay, so that but this is not right, because in a relationship, each person should be themselves separate. When people start to blend too much together, they forget who they are. So Amrita, the person that you're asking about here is a person who needs to grow and learn that you are not God to them. If this was Amrita, this should be the spiritual Amrita, right? But it's showing me that your person used to look to you as if you were providing all of the love in their life. And this will never work out. It's way too much pressure. So Amrita, I'm seeing a flying bird in my, I don't know if you guys can see that. It's so interesting. The inclusion that I'm seeing is a flying bird. I feel like it's a very good thing that this broke up. I feel that right now, it's not good for you to be with someone until you're absolutely sure of who you are. If you are in a relationship right now, it doesn't change. You will always need to have a deep spiritual connection or an energetic connection to your highest self that will always put you in the best place for a relationship. But at this point, it does look to me that you're in a deep freeze. that everything is stop motion, and it's important for you to figure out what it is that you overcompromised for. What is it that you gave too much for? That will help you. So for you, Amrita, grab a piece of paper, write down a list of the things you know of yourself that are hard to deal with in a relationship. Are you picky? Do you like to micromanage? Are you insecure? And then do some work with those things. Go over to the description box, find the soulmate generator, and just follow the directions because it will give you divine guidance. Okay? You guys, I gotta go. I would stay if I could, but I only have 8% left on my battery. I love you so much. You have entertained me so much. You've brought me hope upon hope because I have no contact people in my life because I do need to walk in my truth. And some people may not understand that. And so I've learned to have peace in my mind where I used to feel like if they didn't speak to me, my life was over. Now I know if they don't talk to me, somebody else will. But I want to read to you this wonderful affirmation to close us off because it's helped me so much. And you can say it right after me. So I'll pause and you guys repeat. I am willing to release any and all patterns within me that are separating me from people with goodwill and affection for me. And I'll say it one more time. I am willing to release any and all patterns within me that are separating me from people with goodwill and affection for me. Taking that kind of responsibility for your own well-being will change everything for you. Stay in gratitude. I'll see you tomorrow for the fairy readings, and I love you all so, so much. Thank you to my moderators today for stepping in and helping things go along in such perfect order. My heart is full. Love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.